All right, family, you already know what it is. Chauncey, aka you Karima, Great Man of God Media, with a new GMOG Media TV conversation. I was actually supposed to do a reaction video, right? I just done the reaction video. I've been having a lot of technical difficulties because when I played it back, the audio from the YouTube clip I played through the speakers came out garbled. So I can't use it. So I scrapped the video. I tried to re-record it, and it's a no-go. So I'm going to get a new microphone, desktop microphone, and I'll be back in business by next week to do my reaction videos. But I still have a lot to say about what's going on with the latest issues pertaining to the shootings of unarmed or armed, whatever you want to say, because basically our weapon of choice that these suspected race soldiers and these suspected white supremacists they see for black people is our skin, our melanin. And so, we're getting gunned down, practically every day by these race soldiers, these suspected race soldiers and these suspected white supremacists that are supposed to be a part of the system, the law, right? The system of racism, white supremacy. And they're killing us left and right. So I'm going to be addressing that, family. But once again, before I start my commentary, if you're new, once again, my name is Chauncey, aka you Karima, Great Man of God Media. On this channel, I talk about counter racism. I talk about issues that affect black people collectively as a group, and I offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system, which is racism, white supremacy, with a system of justice. So if you subscribe to that ideology, subscribe to this channel. All right, it's just that simple. If you don't like it, you know what to do. Just click off. All right. Anyway, family, let's continue this discussion. I just want to get a few things and discuss, right? So, like I said, I was supposed to do a reaction video and it got scrapped. I was actually doing a reaction video to one of these sports shows on Fox called Speak for Yourself, where they're talking about Colin Kaepernick, and there's a polls that suggest that NFL fans don't like Colin Kaepernick's protests and this, that, and the third. And it was a show on Fox Sports called Speak for Yourself with Colin Cowherd and Jason the Paid Coon Whitlock. Jason Fat Burger Whitlock. You know, think about it, is family, especially when you have these paid coons on these white-owned media conglomerates, ESPN's, Fox News, right? The Jason Whitlocks of the world, the Stephen A. Smims of the world, they're paid hired coons. All right. So when you don't get mad at them for saying some coon, right, buck dancing stuff that comes out of their mouth. Don't get mad at them. Get mad at the system. Get mad at who they work for. Get mad at their employers. All right. That's who you need to get mad at. Get mad at the infrastructure of where they work at. All right. Don't get mad at them because they could be fired and replaced just like simple. Another paid coon, right, to talk white supremacist rhetoric, right, from the same desk that they were sitting at. So don't get mad at them. That's business as usual for them. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to talk about white supremacist rhetoric. That's the whole objective, family, because they work on a suspected white supremacist network. All right. Well, Fox News, Rupert Murdoch is a white supremacist. That's just without any question. We know that. We know that. But with all these damn issues that's happening, fam, I'm putting on my monitor. This is a site that I go to. You guys know I go to this site all the time to look at the stats of what's going on and the police killings in the U.S. so far, right, in 2016. Currently, right now, it's 790 and counting. That's for all races. 790, right? So you can break it down by ethnicity, age, all that. I'm going to break it down by ethnicity. All right? From the Guardian, the Counted. So the latest one right now, as you see here, Keith Scott. All right? This was the man, has a description what happened. This was the man that said he's 43 years old from Lexington Circle, Charlotte, North Carolina. They said he was armed. Again, it doesn't matter if these damn race soldiers say that you're armed or not. Your weapon, according to them, is your melanin, is your skin tone. And unfortunately, the darker you are, the more of a threat, the more of a perceived threat you are to these race soldiers. All right, but according to this report, it says officers were looking to arrest a man on outstanding warrants near an apartment complex when they saw Scott get out of his car with a gun. According to authorities, Scott, who was not the man police were looking for, returned to his car, then got out again before an officer shot him. A police spokesman said Scott's family disputes the police account and said that Scott was unarmed and reading a book in his car when he was killed. Right? So, and as you can see, this is a countless amount of people. Just 59 people. And let me see. This is going by month. I believe this is 59 people out of 13 in September. So 13 were black in the month of September that were killed by suspected race soldiers in the month of September. 59 people in total for all races were killed by suspected race soldiers in the month of September, as you can see here, family. All right. You see the names, family? They here adding Terrence Crutcher, another person that made mainstream media headlines. This guy was in Oklahoma, right? And we saw the video footage of this in the helicopter, right, where this damn suspected white supremacist helicopter pilot said, "Look at that big black guy. He must be on something." Right? I'm paraphrasing, but something to that effect. He's basically said, "Look at this big black nigger. He must be indestructible. You have to kill him." Unfortunately, like I said, the bigger and blacker you are a perceived threat to these damn suspected white supremacists. It's just the mind state and the power of white supremacy. And that's what we live in right now, family. I mean, it is what it is, but white supremacy is ruling all 9 areas of activity. I always say that. It's ruling economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. All 9 areas of activity, including the subcategories within the activities. All right. So this is a continued business as usual population control for black citizens, black men, women, and children in the wilderness of North America. Okay? This is basically, it's eugenics. That's all it is. It's a continued plan from Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, a known white supremacist who wanted to depopulate black people, keep them under control, and make sure that the white race was in control and superior. It's the same thing, but right now it's a systemic or systematic approach to depopulating and controlling the population of black people. And again, it's black men, women, and children. All right? As you can see, this guy right here, Tyree King, I talked about him, 13 years old. They said he had a toy gun that looked real. A toy gun that looked real. And he fit the description. You know, I love these excuses that these damn suspected race soldiers and these suspected white supremacists, they try to make up every excuse in the world to ensure the execution, the murdering of these black men, women, and children are justified. Yeah, we shot him dead because he had a BB gun that looked real. Oh, well, we shot him dead because he had PCP. We shot him dead because that book looked like a gun. We shot him dead because my life was in danger. He tried to attack me. Even though there's 5 of you goddamn race soldiers against one man in the street. Guns drawn, and you say your life is in danger, right? Every excuse in the damn world. I'm getting kind of upset. That's fine. I like to be real. Every excuse in the damn world to make sure that unarmed black men, women, and children, all right, are executed in upholding the system of racism, white supremacy. Again, it's a systematic approach to dominate, mistreat, subjugate, execute, murder, kill people of color. It's just that simple. All right. And the thing about it is, family, like I said, this is business as usual. You look at the statistics right here. Okay. 194 of 790 people, 194 being people classified as black, killed by suspected race soldiers in the U.S. Okay. This far exceeds this, and I've talked about this before, in other comparison to other countries, this exceeds any other country by a landslide. This is the murder nation. The murder nation is what's known as the United States of America. This is the murder nation. For these suspected race soldiers to kill so many black people, we're only 13% of the population, and 194 of us are dead by these damn suspected race soldiers. So the thing about it is, like I say, family, this is business as usual. The solutions, because we got to talk about solutions, all right? We got to talk about solutions. The solutions that we have to talk about, family, and again, I've always talked about this. Reparations. We gotta get something together with reparations. We gotta come up with a class action lawsuit. We gotta continue the legacy of Johnny Cochran, where he was working with a team of lawyers back in 2000. And he had a class action lawsuit ready to go for reparations. We got to continue this, family. You know, they had a reparations assessment group, okay, back in 2000. And it was headed by, a part of the team was Harvard law professor Charles J. Ogletree, right? And the lawsuit stemmed from 240 years of legalized slavery, lawsuits and legislation dating back to the mid 1800s have gone nowhere. All right, I would put in more years than 240. It's way more than that because, you know, these white supremacist organizations, these businesses, these banks, everything, they are, you know, milking. They have benefited billions, if not trillions of dollars from free labor of black folk, you know, and it's been over 400 years. So I would add more years to that. But again, we need to get this reparations popping. We need to have this class action lawsuit done ASAP, man. We got to get this going because, you know, money talks. That's going to cripple these white supremacists. The minute you talk about reparations and everything is solidified, it's going to make their knees buckle. It's going to make them think, oh, we got to pay these niggers. We got to pay these niggers now. Damn, that's going to end poverty. Oh man, how are we going to control these niggers now that we got to pay them? Right? That's the start of the end to this power structure of white supremacy. This is the reason why that Johnny Cochran, in my opinion, was killed, and as well as Martin Luther King, who talked about reparations. So we got to get back on this. I say, whatever state you live, let's get some attorneys together, some smart attorneys, all right, and some proven attorneys who acknowledge and know about slavery, acknowledge and know about reparations, and want to start working on this project. All right, and I'm going to start doing that too. I'm going to start looking for some attorneys in the state of Florida, where I am, and get a reparations class action lawsuit put together to put a strangle on white supremacy in this country. We got to start doing this, family, because again, this is business as usual to have unarmed black men, women, and children being executed by these suspected race soldiers. You know, this is what we have to do, family. So I'm gonna start doing this. You know, and you know, the power structure of white supremacy, you know, is always going to continue. You know, as you can see on some of the links I was going to talk about in my reaction video. Um, the power structure of white supremacy, right? You have an issue where you says meet the 88 Democrats who just voted to enable racial discrimination in car buying, right? So in this article, they're talking about 88 Democrats voted to ensure that black people, you know, did not get proper auto loans when they were trying to finance a car at a car dealership. This was signed off by 88 Democrats. And you know, most black people are Democrats, blindly Democrats. But you know, there's 88 of them who sign up on this. You know, just blinded by being a Democrat, which is why, like I said, I've always been a registered independent. You know, since I was 18 years old. I'm 36 now. Um, another example of the power structure of white supremacy says NASCAR hit with $500 million racial discrimination lawsuit for keeping black-owned teams out of races. All right, and this is what they're talking about here. This is a lawsuit where NASCAR, as you know, is notoriously white, um, and they ensure that they're proud of that. They make sure there's no black drivers, no black-owned car car companies or whatever the case may be in the NASCAR industry. And rightfully so, if black people want to just drive their cars in NASCAR, they're not allowed to. This is a white-owned establishment, and um, I hope they get this lawsuit. So they got a lawsuit for 75 million in compensatory damage and 425 million in punitive damages. I hope they get every damn penny of that damn money. Again, that's another power structure of white supremacy. All right, and you know, talking about sports, you see you see the owners in sports. That every owner in NFL, they're all white, and they average the age of 70 years old. Right, 70 years old. You got to be at least 70 years old to be an NFL owner and a billionaire to buy an NFL team. That's the criteria. You got to be white and old with a lot of money. That's just a small example of the power structure of white supremacy, of systemic or systematic white supremacy in this country. And the solution right now is we need these reparations ASAP. We need these reparations as soon as possible. And I'm going to keep talking about this until tangible things are being done where we can start a class action lawsuit once again and continue the process of where Johnny Cochran and his team left off back in 2000. We got to start doing this, family. All right, we got to put pen to paper, start doing this. So if you're watching this, whatever state you live, let's get some attorneys together. All right, I don't want to see no petitions. I just want to see some tangible work being done. Let's work with some attorneys. All right, obviously some black attorneys, and let's get this reparations popped off right now. This is what we need, family. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Like I said, this is a conversation, man, because I was going to do my reaction video. Reaction video ain't working because I'm on my camera, my webcam, and my webcam, the audio is not that great anyway. So when I try to play back the audio from the reaction video, it came back jawbled up. So I just have to separate. The video is fine. The video quality is fine, but the audio is not good. So I'm going to replace the audio portion and get a real microphone. I'm going to get a Yeti microphone, desktop microphone, and that's going to be all cleared up. So I'm going to have that by next week and get the reaction videos popping. Hope you guys like the last video I uploaded, which is called Too Important to Fail. It's a very powerful documentary, and a lot of people aren't talking about that documentary at all. It's very, very slept on. Tavis Smiley did a great job in that documentary, and it talks about the destruction of black boys, you know, in North America. very important documentary because it's important to me because I have 3 boys and I have 1 nephew on the way. So I'm raising basically 4 boys in my house right now. So very near and dear to my heart. And the people who are in that documentary are basically people who some of you guys who follow, some of you guys who you follow, excuse me, who you follow, like Dr. Umar. All right, Dr. Umar gets his work from some of the guys in that documentary. All right, so you gotta watch that documentary and see who I'm talking about because that's where the majority of um, Dr. Umar's presentation regarding black boys, the progenitor of that is actually in that documentary. Too important to fail. So you got to watch that documentary, family, and let me know what you guys think. But anyway, family, that's what I wanted to talk about. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Like I said, this is a regular conversation piece, man. This reaction video came out trash because the audio was unusable, so I decided just to talk about the latest issues, what's going on right now with the plight of Black America, so-called Black America, and reparations is an answer right now. That's what we need right now. Reparations. All right, family. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, Chauncey, aka Ukarima, Great Man of God Media, signing out. Peace.